little clap. Don't fuck up my audio.
Hello everyone, and this is Grace's podcast, The Actors Waiting Room.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for tuning in and watching and reading, tuning in and seeing us.
Exactly. Yeah. So today I have my very good friend Brittni Shaw, who is Australian.
I'm Australian.
You are Australian.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a little chat about what we don't know about the industry. Which, arguably is quite a lot on my front, but
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah. what is a TV? How
to act.
Yeah, how to act.
Don't understand.
Yeah. No, we are going to discuss multiple things about the industry that we are going to hypothesize how it works, because we're not there yet, hence you haven't seen us on the TV yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I asked Brittni to prepare a little list.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? Do you know what? We'll do one for one on each thing.
Okay. I feel like, it'll be fine.
It will be fine. Get your phone. It's very chill. Get your phone out.
I've got random things that I'm like,
I think mine are really random as well. So if they're really shit, we'll just cut those out.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. That's fine.
That is fine.
That is fine. That is so fine.
This is going to be chaotic.
You're so welcome.
Thank you. Do you want to go first or should I go first?
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
This is so random, but stage names. What do we think about changing your name for
a good one.
The industry? You know what I mean? I know there's people out there who will change their name, like Emma Stone or Emily. Is her name Emily? I think it's Emily.
It's
Emily.
Which
is really so close.
Yeah.
But would you change your name? Should you change your name? How do you know if you should change your name?
How should you know to change your name? Yeah. I mean, I just went with mine because, well, this is something that we do know, but when you sign up to Spotlight, you basically have to commit to your stage name.
Yeah.
Don't you? Forever, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, maybe not forever. I suppose you could change it on Spotlight, couldn't you, if it was available? We don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know.
What if there's so many Brittni Shaws out there?
That is true. But obviously there isn't, because you've signed up to it.
Yeah.
So you can't.
And my name's quite uniquely spelled, I think.
That is
true.
But
I'm also BS. Britney Spears.
You're BS is in bullshit.
Yeah, but that's also
you
bullshit.
were I think bullshit.
I also think that's bullshit, yeah. No, but that's my initials, and I'm that's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Brittni Shaw.
Same person.
Same person. We're so alike.
So look the same.
We look the same.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a pop star.
Exactly. But yeah, no, that is true. I wonder if you can, once you've committed, can you change your name on Spotlight?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to just write into Spotlight, wouldn't you? And be I now want to officially change my name.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can I please be Brittni Shaw?
But would that affect, I don't know, if you change your name halfway through your career, would that affect, casting directors or maybe, people that are trying to look you up on Spotlight and you're no longer there? So would that, hinder you or not?
Maybe. I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
It is interesting. I mean, I only picked my name because it is my name.
Well,
actual name, birth
that's
name.
Your name.
And also no one had it. So I was I don't need to change it. But yeah, that's such a good one. Well done. Starting off strong.
Oh my God, am I amazing?
Are you a podcaster?
Am I Britney Spears?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually go by Britney Spears.
Okay.
So.
Fine.
Thank you.
Okay, my first one is a very generic one, but it's the kissing scenes on set. Now, obviously, we know that there is an intimacy coordinator.
Usually, yeah.
Usually.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we hope in this day and age that there is one. But how quick do you do the kissing scene? Is it first day? Is it do you get it over and done with? Do they put the kissing scene or the sex scene or whatever it is literally at the end of the shoot so that you are comfortable with each other? But then I'm thinking, would it just get more awkward the more I know them? Yeah. And then I would be building up this immense amount of stress and tension.
Yeah, would you want to get it over and done with?
Yeah,
just kiss.
Yeah. Or you're waiting for the whole shoot for that day, and once that day's over, then maybe you could be it's done now. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And also I saw on the Graham Norton show that like in America, apparently they give you like a mint or mouthwash, like before each take when you do a kissing scene.
That's so nice. I was thinking that. I was like, what if you just had lunch?
Really stinky breath.
Yeah.
But I don't think they do that in the UK. Or not as much. I think it's just like, you should have sorted yourself out before.
Please brush your teeth.
Please sort yourself out. Have some general hygiene.
Please, hygiene.
Hygiene. Take. Yeah, no. But that's what I mean. Like, is it... Yeah. Is it like that?
Well, surely they'd like... I don't know.
But the only kissing scenes and stuff I've done is like on stage in theatre.
Same.
I don't think I've done an on-screen kiss.
Well, with me, my theatre experience with kissing on stage, this guy didn't want to prepare, so I had to do it as
with
soon
a stinky
as
mouth.
Yeah, I did like as soon as the scene started. There's an audience. I was like, let's make out. Like we've never made out before. It was so awkward.
Yeah, it is awkward.
And he had just eaten a leek.
A leek? That's so random.
Yeah, he just
a singular leek.
Yeah,
raw.
Yeah. He was force-fed a leek, and then...
Oh, this is part of the show?
Yeah, so...
Not that his eating habits
he's not
are
just eating a leek on the side.
Okay, fine.
He's like, nom, 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 can I kiss you, Brittni?
Right, no. Okay.
So his character is force-fed a leek, and then he changes characters, and then I'm this princess he has to kiss.
Yeah, of course you are.
And I was a princess. So, obviously. And then I'm just like...
Oh.
And he was like... And he's like quite slobbery as well. So sorry to him. But like, so sorry. It's fine. But it was so bad. But every time we kissed, everyone, like the audience was like,
oh no, that's not good. That's not good.
And that was really hot. So I felt really good. But like you just kind of go, well, here I am kissing you.
Yeah. But the mint thing is nice.
Yeah. I had mints around for people to use. Sure, but like we had to kiss.
A mint after or a mouthwash after every take. That's a bit excessive. How bad is your breath that like after one take it stunk up the place that you now need another mint or mouthwash?
Or maybe once you get to know the person, like if I'm if we're friends,
they're like, hold the mouthwash.
You know what? It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Let's just kiss.
Yeah.
Like you've just had a curry.
Yeah.
Oh, please kiss me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one thing that I wouldn't know how to navigate at all. Because again, like at drama school, we didn't have any. Obviously, there's no intimacy coordinator at drama school, and so you get given a script and then you go and rehearse. You very awkwardly have to like negotiate that yourself before you then come into class, and then your teacher or lecturer or whatever are like, now kiss, and you're like, there's been no lead up to this, there's no mouthwash and mints,
there's been no foreplay.
Yeah.
Please help me.
Yeah, exactly.
Help me help you.
Help me help you.
Yeah. Yeah, I love when teachers tell me to kiss someone. Hey, do you mind just like kissing him? Yeah.
But like,
please.
Also at drama school, it's kind of accepted that you are just in each other's pockets all the time, which I think is a bit weird now that I look back. I'm like, we all need to be vulnerable and free, but I don't know.
Why am I kissing everyone?
Yeah, why am I kissing everyone?
I don't need to.
Exactly.
Unless I'm getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what's your next one?
Okay, let me pull her up. I guess... Okay, how to be a lead on set. So you're the lead actor and you've got to carry the ensemble, I guess. You know, there's like certain people, I'm trying to think of a person like, okay, Kristen Bell, maybe. Yeah. And she's the lead and she's kind of, everyone's kind of looking to her and like she sets the vibe. You know what I mean? And like... Yeah, that's hard. How do you... Could you imagine if someone was like, hey, do you mind just being like a lead right now? And you'd be like, yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. No worries. But then like the whole cast is kind of looking at you, and I don't know if it's a kind of like self-conscious thing or... Yeah,
that is hard as well, because you'd be focusing so much on your part and your lines, and like after speaking to, who was it? I think it was Natalia from Owning It Acting Studio. She was saying if you're the lead, like you have like very little downtime, and so you're constantly on set and you're constantly like,
and everyone's like, oh my god, hey Grace.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're like, yeah, it's me. I'm the lead.
But like, also if it's your first lead job, Yeah, there are certain like expectations, I think, that people have of you.
You're kind of carrying the show.
Yeah, like who's a good example that's like recently just done that? Paul Mescal in Gladiator.
Yeah.
2. Gladiator 2.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one that happened years ago. But like I can imagine that was his first sort of moment where he like led up a massive cast, huge film, and then was like, do I have to take some responsibility in how this runs?
Yeah, it's almost like leading a birthday party. Like you're the host and you're like...
Which sucks, because why is it that when it's your birthday, you have to do all the planning?
Yeah.
You have to make sure that everyone else has a good time. It's your birthday.
Yeah, everyone's there for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about... Maybe they are there for you if you're the lead.
Maybe they are. Yeah.
Everyone is there for me. But you kind of... Yeah, I feel like you set the scene. I feel like I'd want to make it a safe and happy environment, but I'm also like, well, I'm not going to talk to every... Bob,
I don't think you have time to talk to maybe everyone. I don't know. We don't know. But like, it would be nice, I think, if I was the lead, just to, speak to those, like, speak to as many people as possible, especially if it's like a day player role that you're interacting with for like one day. They're going to be shitting themselves. Yeah. So it'd be nice to like walk over to them and make sure that they're okay. Yeah. You know, I read in Michael Caine's book, like, I think it's called Blow the Bloody Doors Off Acting or something, his autobiography. He was like, whenever I go onto set and I'm like, you know, like the main part, I will like mess up a take on purpose with them when they don't know, to make them feel like everyone messes up. Yeah, that's actually like, nice. Such a nice thing to do. Aww. And I was like, when I'm the lead, I'm going to do a Michael Caine.
I'm going to mess up all the time on purpose.
Yeah, and it's not going to be my fault.
And I'm
obviously it's
because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I also mess up sometimes. I'm actually just a human girl. Like, I mess up. I feel like I'll be so annoying. I'll be like, hey guys, oh my god, hey, how are you? Oh my god, I love you.
How are you feeling mentally today?
Oh my god, I love you. What's your star sign? And they're like,
fuck off.
They're like, God, she's so annoying.
I'm trying to prepare.
But she's like so good at her job.
So good. Right, next one. How do you get paid massive lumps of money? Why are you laughing?
I thought you were going to stop. How do you get paid?
How do you get paid,
first of all,
to be an actor?
I don't know. How do you get paid?
How do we just get paid in life?
That's enough. Stop.
How do we just get paid
as
an actor?
Okay.
No, how do you get paid these massive amounts of money?
Yeah.
You know, like when, say, I don't know, in like Marvel films, they'll like probably be paid, I actually don't know how much they're paid, but like they're paid like 4 mil. That's a random ass number, and it's not come from any general evidence of that. But say, for example, I was getting paid £4 million. That's been negotiated on the contract. Yeah. How do I get paid that? Is it in increments? Is it paid by how much I do on the day of a set? And then I get I mean, I don't know if they get royalties anymore, but like that type of thing, do they get, I don't know, they're like, you'll have 2 million now, 2 mil, once you've done all the press releases and stuff.
Yeah, like we're going to like hold it back.
Yeah, how does that work?
You've done this and like you've clocked in and out, but you didn't clock in that day, so you don't
like, and also
sick that day. So
the agents that handle these massive deals, like, you know, like Curtis Brown and stuff like that, surely when all that money comes in from multiple clients, because they like have multiple stars, they must be like, holy shit, we're minted.
We're just like holding this money.
Like... Yeah, like, do you know what? We'll put it in a storage unit because we've got no more space for this fucking money.
It's just too much money. Yeah. And where do we give it?
Yeah.
Like, to the actors?
Yeah, do we? Yeah, no. But like, and then obviously they've got to transfer it to the actors after they've taken their cut. And also, how does that work as well? Like, is it the agent? Because there's multiple agents at Curtis Brown. I keep using Curtis Brown.
Anyway. Curtis Brown.
Sorry, Curtis Brown.
Thank you, Curtis Brown.
There's multiple agencies in this big agency. Is it the individual agent that takes that cut, or does it get split across the team, or do you know what I mean? What happens with all this money?
This guy gets it, this guy gets it.
Yeah, or like this person doesn't get as much, or
because of how they rank.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like, because it's not a normal job, you know, like you just get paid like a lump sum and then like random
you mean like it's not like a salaried job? Yeah, that's true. It's
like
true.
Tax gets taken, national insurance gets taken, whatever gets taken, pension gets taken, but I feel like some of that you've got to do by yourself.
But I just think that's crazy.
Could you imagine you just like wake up and it's like, okay, we've just transferred the 4 million. into your account. You're like, okay, that's fine, thank
Yeah,
you.
because there's going to be some actors out there that just go, great, I've not even looked at the bank
Great,
account. But there'll be some actors where like that's their first paying job, and like imagine looking at that bank account and being like, I've got like $1 million there. What the fuck?
I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Drop in the ocean. Literally.
Another $1 million.
Yeah.
That's fine.
God, again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, I don't know. I feel like it'd surely be like in increments, and like maybe once they've paid certain crew first, and it slowly gets to you.
That's another thing as well. Who gets paid first? Does the actor get paid first, or does the crew get paid first?
And once they've made the money from the show or the movie or whatever, do you get paid more, or you know what I mean? Because it's made some money in the box office, or is that they've paid you and then that goes back to them?
I would love to ask these questions to a guest, but I feel like, particularly in England, we don't like talking about money and how much things cost, that maybe it would come across as a bit intrusive and rude, but I'm actually genuinely interested.
Yeah,
like,
what is the money?
how does it work?
Yeah.
Like, just out of curiosity, like, how does it work?
I mean, with the first paycheck kind of thing, I know like Rebel Wilson's spoken about. She got paid for Pitch Perfect, but like the first one, she didn't get paid lots.
Was that on the Diary of a CEO podcast?
Maybe.
Yeah.
She didn't get paid lots for it, and eventually, like, she started making that money back. But yeah, like, it's just odd how it works.
Because I reckon
and where
you
it
must get
goes.
a cut for like all the promo that you have to do, like the press tours and stuff like that. So maybe you get like a cut of that after you've fulfilled your deal of promoting the film. Or TV series or whatever it is.
Yeah. So
see,
I guess,
we're stumped there, aren't we?
wow. And that kind of goes into media training, which is like something
Which is also on my list.
Which is also on my list.
Yes.
Wow. No way.
No, but it's true. The media like thing is crazy. Like, what do they do before you go on the Graham Norton show? Do they lock you in a room and basically say, "Don't speak about this.
Don't speak about your."
It's like preparing for trial. If you're if you're on the witness box.
Yeah.
Like being like, this is what you can and can't say. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, obviously there's like things like in Marvel, for example, you can't give spoilers and stuff like Tom Holland does. But
yeah, but clearly didn't matter because he's still fine. But yeah.
Like, you can't give spoilers, fine. I guess you've got to kind of upsell it a bit. Be like, yeah, it's like so cool and the movie's so great and I had the best time and me and Grace Price get along so well and like we're best friends. And like on the side, it's like I don't even talk to her. Like, I don't know that person. We have also just got to be polite and make it look like it's a good thing to watch and everyone should buy it. You're selling a product and yourself.
But it's also like the personal stuff as well. Like, you know, I could keep mentioning Graham Norton, but they always come out with these like very specific stories. And I'm like, well, they agree. Obviously, they're agreed beforehand, right?
Yeah, I feel like they've got to ask the like publicist or the agent or whoever of the actor
that they can talk about a certain
and they go,
thing.
can I ask them about their love life?
Yeah.
Or like something that's happened, and they'll probably, because they're kind of journalists in a way, they'll research you and they're, oh, Brittni did this thing over here, isn't that funny? And Brittni's from Australia, I wonder what that's like.
But then some things like, is it like the Ellen show, which used to be on, like, I swear she would ask quite like, back in the day, she'd ask questions that were very much like, I watched like a...
Who you sleeping with Taylor
Yeah,
Swift?
like Selena Gomez, are you going out with Justin Bieber? Like type thing. And I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the relationship is that can they ask whatever they want?
Yeah.
But it's just how you respond, and then you receive training on all the questions that might be thrown at you.
Yeah. Is there like a training day?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, do they have
like...
sessions where they book in with like a person and they just literally like practice being kind of asked questions?
Maybe. Have you watched Apple Cider Vinegar?
No.
So there's a moment where she's talking to a magazine or like whatever, and they're asking her questions that people might ask her about the book and about her cancer that she's faked, but they don't know she's faked it.
Shit.
Yeah. So they're like, and like it's actually like a real story. They're asking her like, when did you get it? And do you have the doctor's reports? And she's like, I mean, I don't really believe in doctors.
What?
That kind of thing. She says something along those lines. And they were preparing her for interviews.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they all came out, and it's like it's a kind of different thing, but it all came out that she was faking it and stuff.
Shit.
But yeah, she was very trained, kind of like she had to try and find her way out of it.
Yeah.
But I guess going back, like, maybe they say to you, these are the questions you might be asked. Are you prepared to answer them? And you can always say no. Because I think I've seen, like, Robert Downey Jr., he answered people asking, like, about, like, his personal, like, issues. And he was like, I'm not going to answer that. I've told you not to ask me that. And he, like, left. And I was like, slay.
Big slay.
Big slay.
We love Robert. Don't ask me, I'm dyslexic.
Robert Downey Jr. RDJ.
Hey! RDJ.
There we go.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Do you want to go next? It was kind of the same point.
Yeah.
I think that was my next one, I think.
I wrote, what do you do if you have your period on set?
Straight to girly problems.
I feel like it's like at any job, you kind of deal with it and cry. But like maybe in those like intimacy scenes or...
Oh, I see. Those, yeah, that is true.
If I was the lead, right, and I have my period, I'd be like, okay, girlies, this week is about me.
Let's all sit down and talk about it.
Let's all sit down and talk about our feelings. No, I don't know. I feel like I'd try and make it that like safe space, but also like I don't want to be working while I'm on.
Yeah, but I mean like...
But then you kind of have to.
You have to, don't you?
Yeah.
Like there's no real let up for that. Like, sorry guys, I'm off for 5 days. See you later.
But if you could, I'm sure like, I don't know.
Maybe like the first 2 days, that would be nice to just be like, I'm in a world of pain, so...
Yeah, so sorry.
So sorry, can we just not
do
stand
today?
In,
please?
Yeah.
That's a good question, stand in.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I do that and how does it work and how would we feel about that? And
as in like, would we do it now? Offer to be a stand-in? Isn't that kind of like...
Well, yeah, but also like if you're acting with Meryl Streep and she's like, I'm not going to be there, can you please get a stand-in?
Oh, I see.
And you're like, cheers, Meryl.
Cheers, yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I don't know, like, I think with the stand-in thing, it's really difficult. If the scene doesn't require too much emotional connectivity, that's probably just a random sentence I've just made up.
Yeah.
And they've asked for a stand-in, I don't know, like I don't really like that because it would be nice to actually act across somebody.
It'd be nice.
Wouldn't it?
It'd be nice to act.
Actually act. Yeah, it'd be nice to act, full stop. No, it'd be nice to like act actually across somebody when I'm doing like my close-up or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Rather than being like, I'm going for lunch now, you can have a stand-in. And it's not to say there's anything against the stand-in. Like the stand-in could be, you know, a great actor as well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is weird. I don't think I would do that. I don't think I would offer to have a stand-in for me if I was at that level. But if it was something really like, I don't know, like, you know, like when they do those scenes where it's just like the back of somebody and like there's no dialogue or things like that, then sure.
Yeah. I feel like, it's just odd. I keep bringing up examples. Have you watched? Oh my god, what's it called? There's a new show.
So much recently.
I watch things.
Yeah, you do, and I need to.
But there's a new show on Netflix, and it's like a kind of murder mystery, and Kylie Minogue and Hugh Jackman are in it.
See, this is your superpower, is that you
will
jump
find
in.
A way.
No, but you will jump in for any TV show. I am so picky. You are there like, oh, this looks fun. We'll get into that. And I'm like, I need to be more like that because you watch some wild things.
I do. It's so fun. But Hugh Jackman actually isn't in it though.
Oh.
Like Kylie Minogue is. She's making her appearance and I'm proud of her.
Yeah, of course.
But Hugh Jackman is like they've got like an Australian voice doing it. And they've got like this guy standing in or like they'll film it and they'll have like some guy's feet on the floor and like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's almost like stand-in behaviour and they've got to pretend it's Hugh Jackman.
Ah, that's fun. Yeah, I'd totally be a stand-in for something like that. That would be really fun.
Just pretending to be a celebrity.
Yeah.
But also, this kind of goes into my mind's gone green screen.
Yeah.
So I've done like a random course like ages ago with green screen.
Yeah, I know nothing about green screen at all.
I would make like funny videos of me, like if I'd have a green screen and I'd just be there and just like place myself in random things because it's funny. Like it's, you know, like you can kind of do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm professional. But Like, imagine, like, there's, like, a ball, like, you have to act against, you know?
Yeah,
Like Twilight.
I'm bringing in Twilight.
Twilight has to be mentioned.
Okay.
But, like, Kristen Stewart had to act against a ball and had to, like, pretend it was a wolf.
Yeah, that's true. And people get put in those, like, sausage in a skin suits.
Yeah, that's what Taylor Lautner did.
Yeah, and then she has to sort of go.
She's like, shh. Please, I'm just a wolf.
How do you not laugh?
I'd sob.
How do you not laugh in those situations?
Like, you know, cry on command, that's me.
Yeah.
I would cry on command because of that. I'd, like, put me against a green body and I will, like, cry.
Yeah, that's true. But also, like, you know, when they do those Marvel films and, like, predominantly the whole of the film is pretty much green screen, where they go into, like, a studio and it's just literally just a green screen, like the whole studio is, like, that must be so hard to, like, connect with and do, mustn't it?
Because I feel like with us, like, training, we had to, like, really, like, connect and create the world, and, like, I feel like it kind of throws you off.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's this green thing looking at me, and
yeah, but also, like, the objects and stuff I've seen in clips where they're not actually, like, they don't look anything like the object that would have been, or, like, you know, with, like, Star Trek and stuff, like, it's literally just a rectangular box, and then later on in edit they'll be like, they'll turn into this, like, massive complex, like, like computer or whatever, and the actor's just there, like like,
that is your job.
Yeah.
But I don't think they know at the time, or maybe they do, like, exactly what it's going to look like, so you've just got to use your brain and be like, that's going to look like a this.
I think this is where I probably ask the director and be like, what am I looking at? Like, maybe just try and help me paint a picture of what this is, so that you can react to something.
I like watching the bloopers of, like, again, like, Marvel, like, kind of, like, green screen stuff, because they're, like, lifted up in the air and they're, like, doing this, like, superhero. Whoa. And you're like, and it's just, like, a green screen, and you're like, that's an actor.
Yeah.
Like, that.
Yeah, but how fun though.
Yeah, it almost feel, like, embarrassing at first. I know I'd feel embarrassed at first, but then after a while I'd be like, oh, this is silly goofy time.
Yeah, but and then it's like, you know, when you go play, have you played laser tag?
Yeah, ages ago.
Fucking love a bit of laser tag. And so, I mean, I haven't done it in years, but, like, to just be in this world of, like, playing with, like, pretend lasers and stuff, like, obviously you do have to act as well, but I think I might get a bit caught up in the excitement of
and then,
all
like,
these
freeze
things.
frames, like, the scene's
Calm
actually
down.
like a love scene.
Yeah. It's a very serious
It's
moment.
actually a really serious moment. You're talking to a ball.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what I mean. That must be really difficult to navigate, but good one.
Yeah,
good one. You've provided loads. Let me provide one.
Please.
Come on, catch up, please. This is a bit of a silly one. This is about your trailer when you're on set. Are you allowed to leave your trailer?
No.
No, but, like, let me
Never
explain.
leave.
Let me explain.
Yeah.
So, say I was a day player role, and I'm not going to be called onto set for maybe hours yet. Time schedules might have been a bit muddledy-puddledy because the main people are still doing their thing. Do I have to stay in my trailer for the entire time? Because if I left my trailer, does someone then have to escort me around places if I want to leave and go for a walk or something? Or do I have to stay in that trailer because at any moment they could come and get me?
Yeah. It feels like you've got to, like, sign in and out kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah.
You've got to go, by the way, I'm going to the toilet,
also,
I'm going
like,
for a cigarette smoke. Or...
Knowing me, I'd be really, like, annoying and interested and be like, can I just come on set and just sit and watch? Like, I'd be like, can I please just come and watch how you do everything? I'll be, like, behind the camera, like, no, how do you do it? No, I'm joking, I wouldn't. But,
what's that?
like, it's,
yeah,
like, I just think I would just want to go and sit and see what's going on. But I feel like they don't really allow people to do that.
It depends on the set environment, I feel. Maybe.
I don't know.
But I feel like they surely want you, like, there so they can call on you.
Well, yeah, this is what I mean. And I'm just thinking, can you leave the trailer?
No.
No, you're trapped in there. Yeah. And, like, also, like, with that, like, food. Yeah, with the food thing, do I go oh man, no, they give you your food. That's true.
Yeah.
I have, like, one time that's happened to me on set where they're like, what do you want for lunch? And I was like,
Whoa.
What? I was there
Can
like,
I have food
yeah.
on set?
I was
Me?
like, and they were like, you can have literally like anything. There's a list here, and I was like, am I famous? Take it.
Yes.
Take. No, but it was a very weird, surreal moment where they were like, oh, we'll get you this, or you're like, when you come in the morning, like, do you want breakfast? Do you want this? And you're like, okay, that's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is cool. But yeah, that's that one. That's that. What else? Oh, when you are big time famous,
Yes.
who pays for the security? Do you pay for the security?
Oh.
Or like you always see like Justin Bieber coming around with big old security.
Yeah.
Or Tom Holland and Zendaya, big old
They're just
thing.
like,
They're here. So obviously they earn a lot. So I pretty much they would pay their security people, I'm guessing. But also, where are you finding these security people? Are you given a list of like reliable security agencies to contact? Because how do you know who you're trusting?
yeah. It's, because if you're like, you're very vulnerable. Not vulnerable, but...
This is really showing my paranoid side. I've just realised that. How do you know?
You know that they won't hurt you.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you could probably have like a personal one and you like, I don't know, interview them and you're like...
See, that's awkward as well.
Hello, I'm the Brittni Shaw. And what will you do to protect me? And how will you protect me?
Yeah.
And...
But you've got to know them really well, haven't you, as well? Because they're going to be following you around for a very long time. Haven't you?
Yeah, that's
like,
kind of sweet.
But it is and it isn't, because like, what if I'm like on a date or I've gone out for dinner and stuff and they're just at the next table along with the with the menu popping over?
And they're like, is she okay?
No.
Yeah, why
no,
are
she's
you
not.
watching me?
Yeah, literally no.
Paparazzi, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you'd... I don't know, I'm sure like some part of you would pay them. Not like a... That makes no sense.
Or something.
My arm might pay them. Maybe you have like your like publicist or this, or like you've got like all these people who work for you and you'd get them to sort it out. Like your manager would sort it out, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, surely you don't... Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you do.
Yeah.
Maybe you go and
you
find
look up, I'm a celebrity, I need security.
on Google.
Yeah.
First little link. I'll click on that.
Maybe you could ask your celebrity friends. Hey Zendaya, do you mind? Just like,
yeah, do you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll just ask my
Is
celebrity
Steve actually
friends.
really good? Because
Yeah.
I might need him.
Yeah. But she's
Do you
like,
get ones in different countries?
ooh.
Because you know you get like personal assistants in different jobs, and like in different like Comic Cons or whatever. Like there's different, like they'll assign you a personal assistant.
I feel like your security would fly with you, but then again, you've got to fly. You've got to pay for their flight. You've got to pay for all that food and stuff, and yeah, it's a lot to pay for actually, just to keep yourself safe, isn't it?
Do I even want to do this?
I know, yeah.
Why am I here?
To be fair, I feel like most people, like, I don't know about you, but I don't really want that level of fame. I just want to be able to act regularly. Like, I don't...
It's beautiful, Grace.
Oh, thank you so much.
I just want to,
This is a motivational, inspirational
be
podcast.
an actor and like just be an artist. Be an art.
Yeah.
I would like to be art.
But I don't think I would want all that. That stressed me out too much.
I'd like to see it because it'd be funny.
Oh no, I'd be so stressed. So
you're just like walking around and there's like this guy or a woman.
Or woman, yes.
Women.
Yeah, we have just absolutely... Yeah, we've said all about security men, actually.
So sorry, women.
Yeah, sorry.
I support women.
Yeah, that's not good. But yeah, no, that I think it would just be... I just want to act regularly. I don't really want the extra fussy stuff, but I feel like it has... If you get that big, I was like...
Yeah.
You got no control over that. What about you? Do you want the fame?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, I want the art and the... I keep saying art. I want to be an actor and, like, perform and, like, do these really cool, inspiring roles to me and create things.
And you kind of only get that with the social status, I think, maybe.
Yeah, it's...
I said status.
Status.
Status? Status.
Status.
Status? Is that like a...
Status?
Status? I don't know why I've said it like that. Anyway,
status.
Yeah. It is though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Right. What's the next point? I'm nearly out of mine. You've kind of taken a lot of mine. And I
You're
also didn't write
welcome.
that much. So take it. Oh, I've got one.
Yeah.
It's kind of, we kind of know the answer, but how do you get cast in a commercial that has maybe one word that you're saying, like one word, like wow, or one line, or sometimes you're casted in a commercial where it's like you don't even say anything.
Yeah.
How do they pick those people?
Like through auditions.
Thank you so much for clarifying that. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, through an audition.
But I feel like as a casting, like you're like these people are sending in auditions or like doing whatever they're doing, and you're just like, and then that's your audition.
But like, how many times can you say the word wow that would get you that part? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like Owen Wilson might have something to say, but about that.
Owen Wilson.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, fucking hell. That was dry. That was so dry. I was like, what does he say? Is it interesting?
You not seen his commercial?
Yeah, okay, fine. I'm with you now.
Thank you.
No, but that's what I mean. Unless I'm Owen Wilson, how do I get that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think it's, I don't know. Do I come in and they're like, I'm going to say it sad now. I'm going to say it happy now. I'm going to say it. And then they go, you know what? That's exactly what I was looking for. Because I see these commercials on you know, on the TV and stuff like that, and you go, how did that person get that? Like, what was so specific that a person saw a general vision? Because they've got to fit the aesthetic of the advert, sure.
Yeah.
But surely there are many people that fit that aesthetic. So what's going to be the thing that they've gone? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's different, isn't it? Like, you know, there was like a Cadbury's advert, like a really long time ago, where it was like someone playing the drums. And I think the actor that actually did it couldn't play the drums, but it was just the way that they were reacting.
Yeah, maybe
and stuff
it's your
that.
energy.
And it was like the energy that they brought, and it was like their facial reactions, and that was like really funny and very on brand. But you see a lot of like, I don't know, it's usually like holiday adverts where it's literally just like a family and they don't say anything. Yeah. But they're like...
That kind of... Yeah. Cause
interesting.
I feel like with casting, it would be... Like, they like your energy, they like your vibe. They might just have a chat with you and see if they like you. And if you remind them of an ex. Like, that kind of thing. They're like... No. Yeah, you remind me of someone I hate. Yeah, not today. You're not being cast. But then, because I've done those like that random family walking in the background. Yeah. And you're like, but why? Why
were they picked, or why were you picked? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's very, I don't know. There's got to be an answer there somewhere that we haven't found. But like, there's got to be, hasn't there? Because I don't know. How many different ways can you not say something if you're a walk-on role? Yeah,
I feel like after a while you're saying like the same sentence like 50 different times. You're like, please.
Yeah, and you know, like when you receive like a self-tape for something like that, and it's like a very short piece of, well, like a one-liner, I start thinking into this backstory, and I'm like, it's one line, Grace. Like, it's one line, and I'm getting very obsessive about this one line when actually it's like, I don't know. Do you want a coffee?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like, do you want a coffee? Or, yeah.
And you, like, I feel like actors might go, do you want a coffee? It's like, what?
Yeah. By, like, the fifth take, you're like, what on earth is that? Coffee? So demonstrative. Yeah,
like,
no.
Oscar.
Yeah. Oscar winning for my Starbucks coffee. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Anyway, what's your one? Any more?
Let's have a lookie at the list. Let's have a lookie at the list. I wrote accents. I don't really know if that means anything though.
Does it mean anything to you?
Yeah. I feel like, I think my thought was like accent coaches, like I think of Jodie Comer, and she, like, I don't know how she auditioned for Killing Eve. I know she auditioned, but I don't know if she just came in with a Russian accent. And they were like...
I don't know, this might be a complete lie, but I feel like she just said that she could do the accents and she learnt them.
Yeah. Well, she knows different British accents. Yeah. But then, like, there's also been a coach on set with certain people.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, I think they have that for most sets as well. Like, definitely The Crown. I know they have that because Yeah, they do. They have like a voice coach to come in and do that. I mean, like,
it's useful. Like, thank you.
yeah, but like,
Don't want this Australian to get in it on the crowd.
a little twang here and there.
G'day, Queen.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's true though. But like, does the voice coach do their thing with the actor? Are they like on set and they're constantly running over and being like, oh, this word sounded a bit funky,
really bad,
or like this had this sound and it needs to have this sound.
The way that vowel just didn't hit.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Yeah. Like, I wonder how much power they have on set to be like,
Yeah.
we need to stop here because this is not convincing enough. Or they just have sessions outside of the filming schedule and then they come in and they're not on set.
Yeah. Interesting.
Who knows?
What is an accent?
Yeah.
Going on to voice as well, I wrote ADR because I mean that's kind of spoken about.
ADR's hard. I think it's hard.
I've done it like once and I was like, why did I speak like that before?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
I did like it was like my first short film when I came out of drama school, and it was a student film, so everyone was very much like learning for the first time, and also it was like me learning as well, and it was a short film, so I think the total of it was maybe like 10 minutes long or something, but we did all the filming and stuff, and it took like a good like 3 days, I think, to do the filming. And then they sent me an email like a couple of weeks ago being like, the recording equipment that we borrowed and stuff from the university is like, it's all gone to shit. And I was like, oh fuck. And they were like, yeah, and we don't really have time to reshoot because it's for a certain thing. And I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, so we kind of need you to do ADR on pretty much bar one of all of your scenes. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, and I'd never done ADR before, so it was a great
it's a great fun experience.
Yeah, it was like a good learning experience, but
especially
I was like
the sound effects of being like, oh
yeah, but like just also like matching your speech in scenes is really hard.
But imagine like an accent with that as well, like you're doing an American accent, and you're like, I did that, it was so weird. And they booked out they had a recording studio within the campus as well, and so they were like, you can come and we can record there. And like that was scary because there was a lot of pressure you watched it maybe twice, the scene, and then they'd be like, right, okay, we're ready to record, and you're like like, okay, and then you'd like try and match it up as the scene obviously was playing and you were getting it along, but sometimes you couldn't. There was a lot of pressure to like match it up straight away, and I was like, I know I've performed it probably maybe like 2 weeks ago, but I can't remember what I did or exactly how I said it. Like, because with acting, I mean, I guess you can do this in theatre, like not throw it away, but you've done it. The end. Like I've done what I could. But then like filming, you're like, okay, well now I've got to watch that. Like, I've kind of let that go in my head. So now I've got to like redo it.
And there was a lot of dialogue, and they kept being like, no, it's okay, this bit didn't quite match up, we'll start again. And I was like, yes, wait.
5 hours later. Please just say wow. No. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fun. Should we wrap up there?
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Yeah. we try to know what we can about the acting industry.
I know. Maybe it will influence the next questions that I ask to different guests, but
I think a lot of it is winging it. You just like kind of step onto set and you're like, yes.
And like the amount of people that you speak to and they go, oh, this set ran like this, and then this set ran like something else, or this rehearsal ran this way, and you know. So actually, does anybody know?
No. What we found out today is that no one knows
anything.
I don't know anything. Number 1, how to get paid. Number 2, how to act. Number 3, how.
How.
How Brittni Spears does it.
How Brittni Spears does it. So true. So true. But thanks so much for chatting.
Thank you so much for chatting.
Oh, for God's sake.
Thank you so much for being here, Grace.
Stop it right
Thank you so much for being here, Grace, on this podcast. We appreciate you and we love you.
Do you want to tell people to subscribe as well? And
please subscribe.
Thank you so much.
And like, subscribe, follow, tweet, X, Facebook, retweet.
We don't have an X account.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow.
Comments. If you have any answers to what we've been talking about, I'm all ears.
Please
So
tell us what to do.
please tell me how to get paid. No.
Can you pay me? Actually, thank you.